What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. We are back for a new episode, a new season, I should say, of Lovers and Friends. Now, for those who don't know, you can find Lovers and Friends over on the Chasing Reality YouTube page. So y'all go check it out. Season 1 is already there, so you can get caught up. Episode 1 dropped last night. So for those who don't know what the show is, the premise of the show is it's a dating show for LGBTQIA men. Well, I guess it's just for gay men. Gay men. Down in Houston, Texas, and it's about their friends choosing a mate for them. So we have two eligible bachelors who are like, listen, I am looking for love in all the wrong places, and I need the people who know me best, to help me find somebody. And so we have two bachelors. Now, last season we had Premier and we had Jamil. Now, unfortunately, neither one of their matches worked out. We caught up with Jamil at the beginning of this episode, and he said that he is still making music. The thing with him and Jeremy, he said they went out to eat after filming and realized that they just had some very fundamental differences as it relates to religion, as it relates to politics, and that it just wasn't going to work out. They just were not evenly yoked. He said he tried to continue a friendship with Jeremy, but it just has not worked out. But again, like I said, he is still doing music. He said he getting ready to come out with a country album. Premier ghosted Dennis. Now, Premier, what had happened? Why you do that? Premier said that Dennis was just trying to jump like in the middle of the relationship instead of letting it organically build to that point. You know, Dennis wanted to hurry up and get to Netflix and chill. Premier still wanted to be wined and dined like they was on the first, second, third, fourth date. And I feel like Dennis got a little excited. He found somebody he really liked. And Premier just wasn't trying to go at the pace. That's what it sounded like. And then Premier ghosted him. Premier, that won't nice. That won't nice, Premier. That won't nice. Anyway, so Dennis is back. Dennis said it didn't work out for Premier, but I'm still looking for love. Now, remember, I told y'all last year that I had a red flag with Dennis because Dennis said he ain't never been in no real relationship before. He's 30 years old and he's never had a man. I mean, like a boyfriend. But I think his definition of relationship may not be the same as everybody else's because I don't know. Neither here nor there. It's his. I can't tell that man what he been in. He said he ain't been in no relationship. He ain't been in no relationship. I couldn't hear him over the gold teeth. But Dennis is back looking for love. So he has brought along his cousin Jasmine and his friend Coffee. Markel. I don't know if Coffee's single or not. But if he is single, he need to be on season 3. Then Lionel's friend. Now Lionel is originally from Lionel. He's originally from Kentucky, and he brought his friends Glenn and Rashid. Now Rashid said he had a man, but I think Glenn is the cutest little thing. I would like to see Glenn if he don't have a man. Let's get Glenn on the show. Glenn is a cutie. I like Glenn. Now Rashid, he said that him and Rashid really didn't like each other when they first met. That Rashid is his ex-girlfriend's gay dad. Hell, he said they even got into fisticuffs at one point. So that's a lot. That's a lot. Both of them are 30. So we start this episode off, after all of that, we see them talk to their friends and let their friends know what it is that they're looking for. Now, Dennis is telling his friends, listen, I am ready for love. Like, I don't know, I'm tired of being alone. I've been single most of my life, and I am ready to find love. I'm ready for a relationship. I'm ready to settle down. I want all of the things, okay? I want all of those things, and that's what I'm ready for it. I'm here for it. And, his friends are open to it, He said that he wants somebody that's freaky in the bed. He wants somebody that's got good hygiene and good teeth, and got a job and a car and has sort of established. And he don't want nobody that's too feminine in them. He don't mind. They can be all, all nationalities. He's open. He's not locked into one, but he wants them to be ethnic and whatever it is. I'm not quite sure what he meant by that. I didn't know what he meant by it. I wasn't clear on what that meant. He want them to be ethnic. I wasn't sure about that part. But okay, And he said he trusts them, he trusts them. He said he needs somebody that's not going to be intimidated by him. He said, I'm a small guy, but for some reason, people can be intimidated by me. And so I need somebody that's not going to be afraid to put their foot down and, tell me no or stand up to me. And I can understand that. And I could definitely appreciate that. Like, nobody wants to feel like they, somebody's a pushover or whatever. So absolutely, absolutely. So then we have Dennis with his friends, like I said. Oh, no, that was Jasmine. So then we have Lionel with his friends, Glenn and Rashid. And again, listen, I don't know if the man exists for Lionel. He said he gets bored with him after a while. He don't want nobody that's too fixated on sex, which I found to be very interesting because your friends was asking some very sexual, personal questions. We're going to get to that in a second. But I found that to be very interesting that you was like, I don't really lead with sex. But they were. He don't want, listen, the way I heard Lionel talking, I don't know if there's a man that exists for him. I don't know. He said he get bored with people after a while, but he meet them at the club. But he like meeting men at the club because he like to go to the club. So he need to find somebody that likes to be at the club. And I'm thinking, but he said he got his own, so that don't impress him. He said the last date he went on, the guy talked about himself. Now I can understand that can be very boring, and no, that is not endearing you to want to continue a conversation if somebody and all they do is talking about themselves. Like, clearly that is not not at all. That's not fun. We don't nope. So we get to the mixer. Well, no, the mix is next weekend. They did this different than on the first episode. I mean, the first season. The first season, they had like a dossier with folders with the guys' pictures and like a little profile. This time, they put the 4 friends together and they had each guy come in and they sort of interviewed each one of them. And I like this concept. I really like the way they did this because I feel like they got a little more information. They got a chance to kind of really probe a little bit. And then I like the competition factor because all of them were in the same room, but only one guy could go to one friend. And if there was a tie, they had to sort of kind of negotiate over who was going to keep what. Now, it didn't look like they fought too much over any of the guys, but I just thought that was an interesting concept. I really did. So, let's get into some of these guys, honey. So, the first guy we meet is Eric. Now, Eric said his video, he is riding around on a hoverboard in his boxer shorts and a tank top, a do-rag with a drink in his hand. Listen, I'm going to give you a 10 just for the coordination of being on a hoverboard, dancing, and drinking a drink all at the same time. I'm going to give you an 8 for that. Now, as far as the rest of it, Eric said he running 3 or 4 businesses. Now, he just kept saying he running the pages. And he even said something about wanting to, eventually do an OnlyFans. And they said, well, are you in the career of your dreams? And he was like, no. They said, well, what would you like to be? He was like, maybe a physical therapist. So I don't know if there was a follow-up question like, are you in school for that right now? Like, did you go to school for it? Or are you just trying to get into the field? Like, that's a pretty specific profession. I don't know. Then we had Aaron. Aaron seemed to be very spontaneous. And they asked him what he would like. They asked him something about would he be open to his man giving him head in the bathroom. I don't know what that has to do. I guess they were trying to see if he was spontaneous. I don't know. He said he was, and then they asked him what he would do, like what he wanted to do when he got older, and he was basically like a politician, not letting people give you head in the bathroom. You better not get caught. That's the end of that career. I'm just saying. Then they asked him about getting married, and he hesitated a long time about getting married. I was like, study long, study wrong. Then we had a 2-for-1. We had a D and we had a Kenneth. Kenneth, I thought Kenneth was cool. I feel like they was kind of coming at Kenneth a little bit. You know, he was sort of a big guy, had a beard and everything, nice looking. He seemed very confident in who he was. But again, we asking a lot of sex questions. And I feel like, and maybe I'm old fashioned, y'all, but I feel like if y'all are trying to help your friend find a relationship, I don't know why we're leading with sex. Especially since Lionel specifically said he doesn't want to lead with sex. So why are we asking all of these sexual questions? Like, and there was some very specific, not your business kind of stuff, right? Mike came through. Now, Mike was a nice guy. He wore a suit. I thought he was nice looking. He was older. He was like 37 years old. And they thought he was boring because when they tried to ask him the sex questions, he didn't want to answer them. To me, I feel like that was respectful. Like, I don't feel like, he said, he was like, well, I would love to share that information with your friend when I meet him. I thought that was a good answer. Because let's be clear, I'm not answering those questions either. That's not your business. It's not your business. Then we had a 3-for-1. We had Kelvin, Trey, and Mark. Now, only thing I can tell you about those three is that I like the way Mark spelled his name, M-A-R-Q. I've never seen it spelled like that before. That was interesting. But it was 3 of them. It was a lot going on. I couldn't tell you nothing, but okay. Then we had Trey Money. I don't want to be disrespectful in any way, shape, or form. I'm not sure Trey Money is trans. I'm not sure Trey Money is gender fluid. I do not know Trey Money's pronouns. But what I am going to say is that I was very disturbed by that one stocking. That one fishnet stocking. It disturbed me. I don't know what that was about. But okay. We had Derek who he did a video and then he came in, and I liked Derek, but I don't know if any of them are gonna pick Derek. Derek seemed like he's very much got it together, know what he wants in life. You know, older, he talking about some, you know, he gets turned off by bad grammar. Listen, I understand, okay? He said that he's had bad luck with dating guys in Houston. Guys don't have no car. Guys, you know, they can't pay for their dates. So I absolutely understand. I understand that, okay? Carter had these face tattoos that were very distracting to me. Some people love face tattoos, and that's their thing. It's not mine. So the face tattoo was a little distracting to me. Jason, they asked Jason about how long does it take you to introduce your significant others to the person you're dating? To your parents. And he said, well, you know, that probably ain't gonna happen for a minute because me and my parents don't really get along. You know, they don't accept my lifestyle. Even though I'm 33 years old, they still don't accept my lifestyle. So I was like, yeah, that probably ain't gonna be a good family reunion. And then Lon D asked a really good question. Lon D, who's the host. Lon D and Cece were the hosts. Now, Cece is Premier's friend from last season. So I think she's a good addition. Add a little bit of, you know, different energy in the room. But Lon D asked a really good question. Lon D said, what are 3 pros and what are 3 cons? What's a pro and what's a con of dating you? What is something that's great, but also what are one of your weaknesses? I thought that was a really good question, and I felt like that's a question they should have asked of all of the guys. And I don't know if they did or not, because I know they have to edit it down and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, next week is the mixer. Now, I feel like we went through all of that for no reason, because it looks like next week for the mixer, they just gonna have both of the guys in the room with both of the bachelors in the room with all of the guys. So I was like, are they gonna have like a name tag on with a certain color that, you know, red are potential dates for Lionel and green are potential dates for Dennis, or I don't know what they doing here, okay? But neither here nor there. I was here for it. It was a great premiere. I thought it was a good, and these are definitely going to be some interesting characters. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if they're going to be able to find nobody for Lionel. I don't know. Dennis, I think, is going to be a little bit more open to the process. Because he went through it. Let's be fair. He already went through it. But, Premier, why you ghost that man? That wasn't nice. That won't nice, Premier. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in those comments. Peace.